Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Vindication Sports. I'm your host once again, Jackson Hester, and today I don't really have a specific topic that I want to cover. Instead, I'm going to try more of a roundup format, so I think I'm going to number this one in kind of a roundup format so it's separate from the other, more focused videos. Basically, I'm going to cover kind of a wide range of just kind of things that stuck out to me. That have happened in the past week and a half. I don't really know how long back some of these things are. I just wanted to first make a quick addendum to my video on Fight Island. I know there's a glaring omission of the Namajunas win. That's because, for whatever reason, when I was recording the segment, I thought Namajunas lost. Because I don't know if I was reading. I watched the fight live. I watched Namajunas' hand get raised, and I remember being kind of shocked that it happened. But I guess I just didn't fully accept that she won because it just felt like she didn't have any really decisive strikes or clinches. That's basically what I was talking about. Was it felt like all of the significant strikes went to her her opponent, Andrade or something. I actually can't say that one at all, so I really do apologize. But I thought she won. I thought that was actually a great fight, one of the best fights on the card. Both those girls are extremely skilled, and I just want to give Namajunas all the credit in the world. Love seeing American fighters win. Rah rah, go USA, baby. And then another kind of addendum on the Pacers fans tears video. I think I might have mentioned this a little bit prior in a previous episode, but there are rumors, and they look like they might be materializing into something, that Victor Oladipo is actually going to play. And that completely transforms how I think about the Pacers as a team. I think perimeter play is more and more important as you get into the playoffs, and they've got one good guard in Malcolm Brogdon, who I'm not even 100% sure if he's playing or not. I think he is playing. Malcolm Brogdon's a great perimeter player. Him paired with Victor Oladipo makes them a very scary matchup. They've got some of the best inside in the entire league with Domantas Sabonis and Miles Turner. You're not really gonna find much better 4-5 combos out there. Honestly, I can't really think of any off the top of my head unless you want to make the argument like Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, which I would accept that, but. Domantas Sabonis is putting up some numbers that are shocking. I think he's putting up like 15 and 15 this year. Yeah, that guy's not a joke. So that makes the Victor Oladipo-led Pacers, that makes them a scary team. That's their venom, in my opinion. Like I said earlier, that's their poison. That's how they get the job done. That's their win condition. He's the guy you want to have the ball in the fourth quarter. He's the guy you want taking the shot when you're down 5. You know what I mean? Critical points in the game like that. And then I just want to make a quick little segment. I watched the video of Ben Simmons just doing his little. It was like Ben Simmons back or get ready or something. He just posted a video, and in the video he does like a trivia thing for Nick. And this man, and I understand he's foreign, but he's lived in America for how long now? He went to LSU. I don't believe that he hasn't seen SpongeBob. He was in a Nickelodeon trivia contest, and he buzzed in first for the question of what instrument does Squidward play, and this man said the saxophone unironically, and I just wow, okay. But on a more serious note, I think. In the video, he shows it's just a lot of. It's obviously a super edited hype video, so it's only going to be showing the makes. But he was taking 15-foot shots, 10-foot shots, and he doesn't take those in real games. He takes 10-foot shots sometimes, but not really often. 18, 20-foot shots in the video, and they were going down. But I think he kind of understands just as much as the rest of us that if the Sixers are going to really succeed and make it to that next level, they're going to absolutely need Ben Simmons to shoot the rock. I know there's been some rumblings about him saying he's willing to move to different positions. The only position he really makes sense at in a normal team is like the 4, because he can't do anything. It's just like a supreme luxury ball handler 4. I don't even know. Ben Simmons is positionless. Basketball is moving more towards that positionless style. So who knows? Maybe that will actually be to Ben Simmons' benefit rather than his detriment. The positionless movement also kind of includes being able to shoot the ball, though, because not being able to shoot does pigeonhole you. You're just a lot less effective on the perimeter, and I think that we've seen that. So we'll see what people can cook up for Ben Simmons in the playoffs. He's obviously going to need to be a much larger part of the offense than he was in the run last year, because we don't have any Jimmy Butler, and I don't expect Al Horford or Tobias Harris to really be picking up that slack. Also, JJ Redick was taking a lot of shots, and he was making up some points that you're not going to be able to make, and that was warping the defense for Ben Simmons. But we'll really just have to see how all of that plays out. I think the Philadelphia 76ers, I made a whole video about them because I think they're just so interesting in their boom or bust, feast or famine potential. That's all I really have to say about that. There was an injury, an unfortunate injury to the Lakers, I think like Sunday or Saturday, just basically this prior weekend. Rajon Rondo broke his hand. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. It's not great for the Lakers. They really were gonna play him in the playoffs for sure, and he was gonna, Anthony Davis and him. They run a fine pick and roll. LeBron can get a little bit of rest and maybe some blowout games, and your offense doesn't completely fall off a cliff. If it falls off a pretty hard cliff, you obviously can't do that against elite teams in the conference. I'm talking about like round 1 versus the Pelicans when you're up maybe 25 or 30. You just say, okay, LeBron, we're going to not put any more miles on you than you already have. Rondo, please orchestrate the 2009 offense that you know how to orchestrate, and that'll be good enough to not make us lose because we have a 30-point lead. 2 thumbs up. Good on you, Rondo. It was good. Hey, it was good enough to sweep the Blazers in 2017, 2018, one of those years where the Warriors won it all. The Pelicans swept the Trailblazers straight out of the playoffs with Rondo and AD. No DeMarcus Cousins. They had Nikola Mirotic too, but LeBron is better than Nikola Mirotic. So I don't know what that says about the Trailblazers as well. Might say more about the Trailblazers than it does about Rondo. We'll have to see how CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard can really, make it work. I think the day is Damian Lillard's birthday, even 7/15. Happy birthday, Dalla Dame. You're one of my favorite players in the league. Hope everything was a great, as good as it can be for you. And then actually I want to talk about something I haven't talked about yet on this channel at all. Baseball. Baseball is too big, in my opinion, to follow every team. I wish I could. It's really interesting. It's probably the most strategic of the major team sports, major American sports, football, basketball, baseball. I would say there's the most managerial input and GM input, and that every decision really, really matters. So I think it's really great to watch. But I will say it's kind of got a lot of moving pieces, which makes it kind of hard to follow every team. There's just too many games to watch everyone. That's a kind of a real reality in the NBA. You can watch a lot of games, and there's a lot of skippable games, and even skippable games can be losses in the NBA. That's a whole nother discussion, but you don't need to watch the Kings and the Knicks. You just don't. It doesn't matter who wins that game. Neither one of those guys are going to be in the playoffs. Anyway, but and I don't think baseball's necessarily known for having too many impactful regular season games. Sorry. So it's like a very long haul, and you have to have someone, in my opinion, much above the helm of that ship for it to operate at the capacity you really are wanting for it to operate. So I'm really only going to be talking about the team that I follow. As sad as it is, I am an Atlanta Braves fan. Yeah, that's some depression. Thanks, Cardinals, for ruining my entire, summer. Really ruined my summer. I'll just leave it at that. No, not even my summer, my winter, everything, man. You can't just have your baseball team get crushed like that and have it and just it not affect you. It's just so sad. Anyway, looking forward to this year. No Josh Donaldson, but that's all right. The Braves were able to sign Yasiel Puig, who, he's been kind of hit or miss. I don't think on the Reds he had too much motivation to really get anything done. Him wearing the sleeveless unis is pretty insane. He's a bit of a monster. I'm excited for him to be on the Braves, as well as Ozuna. He's another free agent the Braves got. So we will have to see how all of these, pieces fit together. But I think that he's going to be motivated to play a lot better in Atlanta than he was in Cincinnati. There's just a lot better teammates around him. He's got sterling blue chip players like Ronald Acuna. He's one of the best players in the NBA, I think, or in the MLB. Sorry, one of the best players in the MLB. I think this year I think it will be a not insane argument to argue he's the best player in baseball, just because. Well, Mike Trout, I don't know. Mike Trout's around, so that might be a little bit hard. But if he has a 40-40 season, it's going to be pretty hard to argue how many players are better than him on offense. Like one or two. There's another young talent. Well, obviously we love Ozzy Albies. He's one of my favorite players. We're like the most team-friendly deal of all time as well. Like, bless you, Ozzy Albies. You just want to win a World Series for Atlanta. I hope we pay that man too, though. There's another young talent. His name's Christian Patchy, and he actually just rolled his ankle or something in a recent inter squad game. Like, he's AA or AAA or something, but he's really a nasty prospect. I think will be pulled up this year, and he's going to be a big difference maker for Atlanta, in my opinion. If they're going to have a good season, well, they're probably going to have a good season. But if they have a great season, I think Christian Patchy is going to be a part of that. I'm looking forward to see how Duvall he can step up. I don't even know. We lost Markakis, unfortunately. That's it is what it is. We'll just have to see how Josh Donaldson and Austin Riley and all these players can pan out for the Braves. There's a lot of young talent there. And then the pitching situation is not the best. Unfortunately, we still have Fultonevich and Luke Jackson, which just are both absolute nightmares whenever I see them step on the mound. Just from the eye test, statistics might be proving me wrong here, but I'll stand on the hill of both those players are not that great. Fultonevich was just, he blew that game out of the water for us, and then we paid him big still, whatever. But we do have Soroka. He's going to be actually the youngest starter for the Braves of all time. I think he's 22. He's going to be starting on opening day, the youngest opening day starter. So I think it's clear he's our best pitcher. There's no questions about it. Max Fried might have something to say about that, but I digress. The Braves have got they've got a good team this year. And I just hope that they can make it out of the first round. Win a playoff series. That would feel really great, man. I know baseball is not about winning. It's like, it's hard to explain. It's more than about winning, because if you just watch baseball for your team to win the World Series, you're just gonna be so sad, so depressed. Imagine being a Mariners fan and just not getting any satisfaction out of Ken Griffey or everything that happened there. From the age of Ichiro and all of the amazing moments they've had. Imagine not getting any satisfaction out of that just because you didn't take home a World Series ring or something, just because you didn't get some sort of, I think winning matters a lot, especially for Hall of Fame and kind of the greatest players of all time. But I would say baseball is just the least controllable. How do the Nationals lose one of the best players, the quote-unquote best players in baseball, and then win the World Series next year? Just doesn't really, add up in a normal sense. Maybe the team chemistry got a whole lot better. I don't know what that says about Mr. Bryce Harper. Baseball, like I said, one of the most strategic sports. One of the sports that I think you need someone so far back looking at this giant world map and how you can kind of make your way to a victory. It's hard, and you don't guarantee it. You just play the percentage moves. But that's what makes baseball beautiful, man. Any given day, and that's what they say about the NFL, any given Sunday. But baseball, you can lose baseball. It's just so easy to choke. There's just so many things that can happen to you. And now with this new 3-batter rule, we'll just have to see how many times, 3 runners get on base and people get pulled out just because they just can't crack it. I think that might happen pretty often, honestly. We'll just have to see. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is the 6th episode overall of Vindication, but this is going to be the first roundup episode. So I hope you enjoyed. Anyway, I'll see you gentlemen later.